Money. Some have it, some don't, some chase it, others quietly master it. But here's the twist: money isn't just about math. It's not just spreadsheets, interest rates, or stock charts. Real money decisions? They're made around dinner tables. They're emotional, messy, shaped by our past and feelings, by pride, fear, ego, and memories. You might think money is logical, but honestly, it's deeply personal. This video is inspired by Morgan Housel's incredible book, The Psychology of Money. Let's dive into how strange, emotional, and beautifully human our relationship with money really is. Let's start here. We don't all see money the same way. Why? Because we all grew up differently. Different parents, different incomes, different life events. If you were born in the 70s, you saw the stock market rise like crazy during your 20s. So you probably feel good about investing. Born in the 50s, the market went nowhere in your youth. So maybe you're more cautious. Same goes for inflation. If you lived through high inflation, like in the 70s, you probably fear it. But if you grew up post 2000s, you might not even think about it. All this shapes how we think and behave with money. Not logically, but based on what we've lived through. As Morgan Housel says, people do crazy things with money, but no one is crazy. We all make decisions that make sense to us, even if others don't get it. Everyone knows Warren Buffett, right? The billionaire investor. But here's what most people miss. 81.5 billion of his $84.5 billion came after his 65th birthday. Wild, right? Buffett's superpower isn't just being smart. It's that he started investing at age 10 and never stopped. That's the magic of compounding, earning interest on your interest over decades. Most people underestimate just how powerful time is when it comes to growing wealth. If Buffett had started investing later in life, even with the same skills, he'd have made a fraction of what he did. It's not just about being great. It's about being great for a long time. Let's be real. Bad news gets our attention faster. A market crash? Front page news. Steady growth over years? Yawn. That's because losses feel louder than gains. But here's the thing. Over time, things generally get better. Slowly, quietly, but surely. Yes, we face setbacks, but progress, it adds up. That's why optimism, calm, long-term optimism, is often the better bet. Bill Gates didn't just become Bill Gates because he was smart. He also went to one of the only high schools in the world with a computer in 1968. That's a 1 in a million head start. And his friend Kent Evans? Equally brilliant. But he passed away in a tragic accident before he could make his mark. Same odds, different outcomes. Success isn't just hard work and talent, it's also timing, luck, and risk. And remembering that keeps us humble. What's the real goal of money? Freedom. The ability to wake up and choose what to do with your time. To say no when you want. To work with who you like. That's wealth. More than the car, the house, the vacations. Control over your time brings the most happiness. So don't trade all your time for money if you never get to use that money to live. You don't need to be right all the time. You just need to be right, big, once in a while. Heinz Berggruen bought hundreds of pieces of art. Most were average, but a few worth millions. Those few winners made all the difference. Same with investing. Most of Buffett's returns came from just 10 of the hundreds of stocks he bought. Tail events, those rare, huge wins, are what really move the needle. You just need to stay in the game long enough to catch them. A guy in a flashy car might look rich, but real wealth? It's invisible. It's the money saved, the investments growing quietly. It's the car you didn't buy, the vacation you skipped, the clothes you passed on. Being rich is about what you spend. Being wealthy is about what you don't. You can't get stock market returns without paying the emotional price, volatility, fear, doubt. But some people try to cheat the system, time the market, buy low, sell high, skip the hard parts. That's like trying to get a car without paying for it. But investing is like a mountain hike. The view at the top is amazing, but you have to climb. The price is worth it. You just need to accept that. There is one. More is never enough if you don't decide what enough is. Even billionaires like Bernie Madoff and